So today I'm going to go ahead and change the oil in my new Toro TimeMaster. The owner's manual recommends changing the oil after the first 5 hours of use. I think I'm about there. I haven't been too meticulous about keeping track. I have mowed a few times and I think I'm about there, if not close to it, maybe even over that. All I know is I'm going to change the oil, get some fresh oil in there. While I'm at it, I'm going to pull the blades off, sharpen the blades, clean out anything that's underneath the deck, and just clean it up a little bit. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So the way that you do this is, of course, we're gonna disconnect the spark plug, but the oil goes in here and there's no drain plug or anything on the mower. It has to be tipped over, just like my old Husqvarna. I think most mowers are like this. It's kind of a pain. You can pump it out if you want to, but tipping it over, it's just easy, and I don't have a pump or anything to do that. So I'll go ahead and take off this side discharge attachment. I've been messing around with that lately. It's been really fun. Might do a video on that, not sure yet. But for today, when we're changing the oil, I'll go ahead and tip this over this way. We'll drain the oil out and put some new oil in. So before you get started draining the oil out of the machine, go ahead and run the gas out of it, and that way you don't have to worry about spilling fuel, and the engine is warm and the oil is warm, and it will come out a little bit easier. So I've already done that, and I'm ready to go ahead and drain this out now. Okay, so when I tip the mower over to drain the oil out, I want to use the handle here to stabilize the machine and kind of keep it propped up, give it something to lean on. And with my old lawnmower, that was one of the biggest issues that I had with it, was if I wanted to move the handle or readjust its position, I had to remove 2 screws on either side in order to make it move. So with this one, what I really like is all I have to do is push on this blue lever and prop it up, and it locks right in place, ready to go. Okay, so while that oil's draining, I'm gonna go ahead and just clean this out under here. We've had some rain the past couple days, and so mowing's been a little bit tricky. So we've got some buildup underneath here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and clean that out. Okay, very important thing to note when you're taking these blades off and putting them back on. This is how they're supposed to go back on. It's a dual blade system, and of course they're both spinning at the same time. So you need to make sure that when you put these back on, that when they turn, they're not going to hit each other. There needs to be room there so that when they're spinning, they're not going to hit each other. Otherwise, you're going to have a big problem. As long as one's vertical and one's horizontal and perpendicular to each other, then you're okay. The last thing that we need to do when we put these blades back on, the manual recommends torquing that bolt. So we're going to torque it. We're going to set it to 60. That's where they want it. So these are 5-pound increments. So there's 50, 55, 60. Oil's all drained. It's had a long time to just drip there while we were doing those blades. I don't like that there's not a whole lot of clearance there. A lot less clearance than I anticipated. Did have a little bit of spill, that's why you take precautions, so that's good. But now what I'll go ahead and do is I'll add new oil. Okay, so there is 30 ounces in this bottle here. And 30 minus 18 is 12, and there's a notch for 12 ounces on here. So we're going to be using about this much oil here. So I'll go ahead and put in most of that and then let it sit for a couple minutes and then check it and make sure we're okay. And then we'll add until we have a full oil tank here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call that project done. Nice to have it finished up. Next time I change the oil will be at the end of the season, once I'm getting everything ready again for winter. So I hope that's helpful. The biggest thing that I can stress here is just take your time with this project. It's not something that you wanna rush through. It can be messy. You just wanna take your time, plan it out, make sure that you're keeping your space clean, and it will save you time in the long run. So with that, thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video.